Hi, it's a daily experience video. Many times people ask me that isn't it like wearing a mask or isn't it like faking it that I always talk about positive things and revelations and experiences and good stuff. Um, and isn't it like about hiding my bad things and to be honest, I don't think I deceive people because I don't make videos of the bad stuff. Because I think there is enough trouble in this world without my contribution to it. Like I don't need to share my own lies and negative feelings to balance out the world. I think. Um, so I love making videos on positive stuff, and even though I believe it is absolutely possible to have zero negative thoughts, um, I'm not there. I do have bad days, um, and actually today is one of them. So I'm gonna talk about one of my bad days. It's maybe good for some people who think I'm exaggerating, exaggerating, exaggerating. Yeah, I think that's the word. um, when I talk about testimonies and great experiences with God all the time. Um, for a few days, I had like meetings with people all the time and ministering and all that, and I got super exhausted. And I thought like it's a bit sketchy that I do this. It wasn't planned by me, it just happened to me, like there were things happening every day. And actually, I'm very productive in every sense when I'm alone for a long time. Like it's like I can have a great time with God, but I can work very well and very efficiently. Um, and I can be very exhausted by people. So even if nothing bad happens, like it feels like I worked in a mine if I spend the whole day with people. um, it's getting better. It used to be way worse years before, but I'm still not like completely without symptoms from this. Like, I still do get super tired. And if I don't take time to have a mind digest all these happenings, I can get like I can get quite dysfunctional. Like I just start to fall apart. So this is what happened today. I woke up and I felt like I just started to like have anxiety about little things, like meaningless things. Um, and by the time I wanted to shoot videos, I was like so sad that I was like, okay, I'm not gonna faking it. Like it's just I'm not gonna make videos in that state of mind. And yeah, and then I was just like, okay, I'm gonna go on a walk. And during that walk, I thought maybe I should have like a real conversation with Jesus. By real, I mean a conversation that is recorded um, um, as a voice message, like when I say Jesus' part and also my part. So a conversation we got that doesn't just happen in my head. I do that quite often. And okay, maybe I should just have a breakdown with Jesus. And it was so funny that I started a conversation that like oh, I've messed up everything, I'm doing terrible. And I ended the conversation with like, oh, this day was quite good. Thank you. Thank you for this time. So even if I don't always understand and agree with everything I hear from Jesus, sometimes only years later, something in my mindset shifts when I'm talking with him. To have a dialogue with someone, you have to have a common ground. You can pretend you have a common ground, but you have to agree on a common ground for the conversation to take place at all. And you need to have this common perspective. And when you have a common perspective for a dialogue with Jesus, it will be usually a higher one than your original or your usual perspective on things. So this is one of the reasons why it's great to have a conversation with God. Not just for the information you might receive. I might not receive information at all. We are just talking about random things. Like it's no revelation included. It's quite rare. But the way he talks and the way you must shift your way of thinking to be able to converse with him is the real deal. So it's more about the way of talking with him than what you are actually talking about. So I had like zero expectations of that. I wasn't like, I'm gonna have a conversation, then I'm gonna feel better. I'm just like, oh, I'm here, let's talk, I'm feeling bad. So maybe some folks can relate to what I'm experiencing right now, so let's have a conversation about the bad stuff. They're already interested in the bad stuff. And yeah, it was great to see that shift in my mind. Like, was it a few minutes ago when I was like totally devastated? And am I talking about how grateful I am right now? Yes, it is happening. And what's changed? Nothing actually. Yeah, I love that aspect on conversations with God, that you can't think the same. Some shift beyond information happens in you when you're talking with him. Yeah. I were talking about like that not everything is spiritual, like just that I get tired. I'm just more receptive on negative thoughts and lies, and it's not like, oh, what have I done and have I committed a sin or whatever. It's more about like there is no objective problem. All the problem I have is happening in my mind, and my mind is just more capable of making up random shit when I'm exhausted. And yeah, it's so simple, but sometimes we can over spiritualize those things. Yeah. And he was also talking about that I don't have to prioritize all the other people's needs and neglecting myself, that it is not humility. and it's not the way his kingdom is. And it's okay to like not meeting others' needs so that my needs are met, which sounds so selfish to me, but God says it's not selfish. So not that I'm a Mother Teresa type of girl. Like, I'm not out there on the streets helping homeless people all the time. So I'm not a super sacrificial person, but still, like, God told me that. So yeah, this was like something that was heading for a bad day, and it's just great that I can hear him. And the shift doesn't happen immediately. It's not like, okay, by the time I perceive the first thought in my head from God is the moment when every terrible things that had been accumulated throughout the previous days is immediately wiped away. Sometimes it is immediately wiped away, but many times only my perspective changes and everything else stays the same. And I still have to like digest them and deal with them. So it's not like a magic thing, but this common ground, this common perspective is a game changer. If you can have a perspective that is closer to Jesus, why wouldn't you have that? It's not like he doesn't come down to your level. So if you are like, I've messed up everything, I'm a total disaster, he's coming down to that level, and he can absolutely start the conversation from that point. But without you realizing it, he will talk in a way that will bring your perspective closer to his, even if he completely communicates on the level of, oh yeah, everything is terrible. Yes, of course. Like, he can absolutely agree with you and come down to your level, but he also sneaks in his views and his way of seeing things. Yeah, so actually my bad day was quite good, but but it was bad at a point, like really sad. And now I'm gonna soon finish making videos, and I'm gonna jump into my bed, read a little bit, spend some time with God, and then fall asleep. These are my plans. Have a great chill time with Jesus. Kisses to you.